Just when you think you've seen and heard everything, something crazy just happens to surface social media, TikTok, the news, you name it. Something as simple as a day out shopping turns into chaos, turns into speculations of something crazy. And I mean something so big that it makes Area 51 seem a little boring. And what I'm talking about is what has been happening lately at Bayside Marketplace in Miami, Florida. There's an outdoor mall, and a lot of things have been happening since the turn of the new year. You know, TikTokers sharing TikToks, and not only TikToks, but this happened to be something that just became a very viral and very crazy thing, and that is aliens. Do they really exist? Are aliens at this mall at Bayside Marketplace in Miami, Florida? Now, there's speculation out there that says that there's this 10-foot alien that's just wandering around at the mall. I guess they're looking for discounts in Alienware computers, or who knows what they're looking for, shopping for expensive items. I don't know. But it all started with just teens and their TikToks and just people gathering at the mall, and one thing led to another, and just chaos just broke out. People fighting, looting, crowds of people just all over the place. And then all of a sudden we're hearing about aliens. Now, I was almost going to go over to this mall. I mean, it's going to be a 6.5-hour drive if I decide to do this, but that's going to require some accommodations considering what I've been dealing with. And I'm not sure I'm ready for this, but there was a friend of mine. Now, he went over to this place in Miami, but I don't think he was anticipating this to happen. It was just sort of one of these things that just unfolded while he was out and about in Miami. Maybe he was just having a good time, just trying to get away and, unwind, maybe take a break from things, go to the beach. And all of a sudden, chaos just breaks out as the new year is rolling in. It's just when you think you're getting away, going to South Florida just to enjoy a little time to yourself or with loved ones and friends, and bring in the new year, and then all hell breaks loose at Bayside Marketplace, the mall, the outdoor mall in Miami, Florida. Now, what are my thoughts on this? Now, is there really some kind of alien out there? I've seen some of these video clips, and I started to review them closely. There's a lot of things that leave questions, leave you wondering what was there. And I have a good friend of mine who went there and did catch some good things on camera. And I haven't had time to look at it, but I've been just going through all these social media posts and news media outlets and all these different sources of information. And, at times I'm a skeptic, with certain things. But this particular thing just got my attention. And the police, they're saying this is just, hearsay, this is fabricated, there's no aliens, they're saying, this is just a bunch of people just trying to stir something up, but when you have people catching things on camera, it makes you wonder, is somebody trying to hide something? Someone who's trying to say it's just speculation, there's nothing there. LOL, just a joke, think about it. Area 51 has limitations. Like, if you're a civilian and you just happen to wander on Area 51 and on the property, you're going to get escorted off the property, right? So it makes you wonder if the government's hiding something. Now, what is the significance of Bayside Marketplace? I mean, it's a mall. Who knows? Is there some kind of significance in that geographical area that would raise the probability of some kind of terrestrial event? ETs, like coming home for some kind of special sale at the mall. New Year's special sale, is this what it is? We're just rolling in the new year with, discounts that are out of this world. And, you just have to come to this world to take advantage of these discounts. And it doesn't matter what planet you're from, just come here and shop at the mall. Just do that. Is that what it's about? Maybe I need to go to Florida and go to Miami and see what's going on for myself, and then give you a follow-up report on that, because I feel like there's something there, but at the same time, I'm a skeptic, and I think it's just a lot of speculation, just a lot of social media influencers out there just trying to find something to look for, and any little thing that happens, the imagination, maybe it's reactive based on the events that have unfolded, all the chaos, the craziness, all the crowds, the police, the riots, all those things that were happening. It does put you in a different mindset. So you may go there and be expecting something. And you know how it is when we get influenced by a certain thought, like someone say, oh, so, I'm getting itchy, And then you might start itching yourself. Somebody yawns, you might yawn. So when you go to investigate something as crazy as an alien at the mall, do you just automatically assume it's an alien the moment you see some kind of flicker of a light or a shadow or something moving? Maybe when you're expecting it, you might. But when you're not expecting it and you see that, then that's a whole different story. When you have someone going to the mall without all this speculation of all this, and you just clearly see something which you don't know what it is, and it possibly could be an alien or ghost, who knows? And then you catch that on camera. And from that point, it's like you're convinced what you saw was an alien or something, without the influences of the media and TikTokers and all the chaos and all the information that's put out there saying aliens are here. Because then we end up on the alien bandwagon. But the one thing that I've realized is that some things are just unexplainable in life, and you just don't know what's real and what's not. But when I do have friends who are actually there and they've witnessed things, that makes me think there's probably a good chance that there was something there. Because my friends, they're into ghost hunting and they're a very reliable source of information. And I've never found any of my friends who do these kinds of things to just come up with something out of nowhere. When they see something, it's legit. So I have to take that into consideration when it comes to this whole alien invasion at the mall in Miami, Florida. I got to think about it. There's got to be some legitimacy to it because of the fact that some of my friends who went there also caught some things on camera that make you wonder, is this something from another dimension, maybe another world, another planet, another universe? Is it spiritual? Is it aliens? What could it possibly be? That's the big question. I don't know. So I might find a way to get there and see. We'll see what happens. But let me know, share your thoughts, and let me know what you think about the whole situation. Is this just speculation? Is this something that's really going on? Is there, some kind of motivation to bring attention to the mall? Now, I don't think the good way to bring attention to the mall is everybody freaking out and getting into fights and looting and just having the total chaos. I mean, that's not something that we should be doing. But I just feel like something caused this series of events and all this craziness that happened. It could be a domino effect, but what caused it? What was the cause of this and that? There's always a reaction to everything that happens. So what I'm wondering is, what was the mindset of people as the new year approached? Were people just having these negative feelings about things? Were they impulsive? What created the environment that led to all this chaos, this outbreak, these fights, these, just the crowding of people that are just so aggressive and just pulling from the police force, using police, just basically tying down the police and making their resources spread thin because, they're trying to do other things. And then now they got to focus on trying to keep the peace at this mall. And then now we hear about aliens. Are the aliens coming down to the mall to say, hey, everybody stop fighting. It's time for peace. It's a new world. It's a new year. Let's just have a much positive outlook. Hard to say, but that's going to pretty much be it for that topic, Other than that, it's been a lot happening in my life. I've just been very busy trying to do a lot of things to make my life better. It's a struggle when you're up against a lot of different challenges in life. Things just happen. And sometimes we don't have the answers to why these things happen. And sometimes if we try too hard to find the answers, we're never really solving the problem that some of these things could be causing because, think about the past. There may be decisions you made financially or any other decision that may have not brought you favorable results later on. If we could only just turn back time, But that's how life is sometimes. You live and you learn. And I live in this home that I put a lot of time and effort into, just doing a lot of upgrades. And I think I stretched myself very thin by doing the things I did with the mindset that I'll be able to earn more money to be able to replenish the money I spent doing the things that I felt needed to be done to make this house the way I was hoping it would be when I first got it. So a lot of things had to be done for reasons of, safety and health. But a lot of things were done to beautify and modernize and bring it up to date, But it comes at a cost. And now I'm paying the price because 2024 has kind of introduced me a bigger challenge. It's like you're being weighed back by the economy of your local area. And, of course, the whole economy across the whole country is affecting your livelihood, basically. It has an indirect effect. And living expenses go up. Inflation is crazy. And the cost of food, the cost of living, just everything goes up. And yet you're not getting compensated anymore. But in my circumstances, my compensation has been cut so much. So it limits my opportunities to go investigate these places, just like this mall in Miami. Like, I really want to go there. I missed out on an opportunity, but do I really want to go there now after the fact? Because it may not be relevant anymore. But that's the things I think about, as time goes by, opportunities that have come and gone, things that I wish I could have done, but I didn't jump on them because I didn't know the outcome was going to be as good as it has been. But this whole mall thing, this whole riot, this whole whatever, I feel mad that something like that happens. Like, people just get crazy like that. But the whole alien thing, that doesn't bother me. It's all the fighting and the riots. I feel mad that something like that happens. Like, people just get crazy like that. But the whole alien thing, that doesn't bother me. It's all the fighting and the riots and the anger and all that violence is what I don't like to see. And I just wish that people were more kinder to each other. I just wish that, this world was a much happier place and there wasn't this kind of attitude that many people have these days. We live in a defensive mode a lot of times because, we're always expecting the worst out of people. It becomes that way when you live a life where people just constantly screw you over. They scam you, or they disrespect you, or they lie to you. They do so many things that make you lose trust in people. And so sometimes you just live with your guard up all the time. You're constantly just expecting the worst. And that kind of mindset could be very destructive because, then you think everybody's just negative. And I try to turn that around and give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, you're a great person until you can prove that you're not, or unless you show me otherwise. I feel like people need to validate themselves in my world. Like, if somebody comes up to me, I'm not going to trust them. I got to get to know who they are. I got to get to know them as a person. I got to know them more than a day. It takes time. And so I just feel like if everybody just didn't have all this anger and negativity, there'd be less violence in this world. It would be a much safer place, much more positive place. But that's the world we live in. I'm hoping for, a better world for 2024. We'll see how it goes. But other than that, all of you are amazing. I'm glad you're able to come here. This is something different. I figured I would just sit down and go over something that intrigued me because I was looking back at, just articles and publications and the news and media. And I saw some YouTube videos, just basically looked at the title and descriptions, and I really didn't need to do much more than that because I don't have time to watch all these videos. But I'll have to set some time away to look at some of them so I can get more, information on what just happened. But that's going to be it for now. I hope you're having a safe and amazing new year. I got a lot of high hopes for 2024, so I'm just going to stay as positive as I can, even though things are very hard right now. But take care.